Yo, what's going on, everybody? What is up?
What's going on, King? What are you doing?
What's going on, man?
Nice shirt on, man. It's
Yeah,
nice.
thanks.
It's
I
nice.
see that Mr. Hawk rolling in like a movie star with like a minute 15 seconds left to go.
You got to do what you got to do, man. I don't know. What do you want me to do? I got home. I got home at 9:15. Jumped in the shower, got dressed, came here. 15 minutes. Not bad. Probably do a little faster,
man.
But what are you doing there, Mr. Mining King? You just got out the shower too, man. Shower bros.
No, my hair's just like that.
No, shower bros. Shower bros.
Shower. Okay.
Shower bro.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like an hour ago, but yeah.
Oh, it's so weird. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Terrahash Tuesday. I am tired. I'm tired. I'm really tired. Anyways, so what's going on, King? What do you got going today, man? What's new? Oh, by the way, you're supposed to start the 5-minute countdown at 9. I get in, I'm like 30 seconds. I'm like, Jesus, I got to throw my ears on.
No, we're supposed to be talking to people at 9:30.
5-minute countdown goes at 9.
This guy needs like literally every second.
That's it. Every second.
To give him a little bit more time to make his Hollywood edges.
Every second. I need every second. Every second I can spare.
Yeah. It's going all right. You know, I'm out here in Kansas for a few days just to, tide things over because we're all going to Mining Disrupt. So there's really not a lot of replacing going on too much out here right now. It's mostly just, getting things back up that were down. We had kind of like, I don't want to say like a heat wave, but it was hotter than usual for this time of the month in Kansas. And I kind of had a little hint of some of the ice rivers turning into lava rivers. And
those machines, man. I don't know.
We had about 11 units that all have at least one hash board that's dead, and then all the other hash boards are either overheating or having faulty chips. So there's a lot of unhappy people with ice rivers right now. I feel bad for the. I mean, I do feel bad, and then I don't, because it's like, they're kind of warned and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do it anyways. But I mean, I feel bad that they spent all that money and, they got to spend this guy. I feel bad they have to spend even more money to fix it. It is expensive to repair these units. I'm going to say the average cost, if they have like multi-chip failures, like somewhere around like 10 chips being failed, you're probably looking at like $1,500 to $2,000.
It's expensive.
It's $100 for each chip. And then $300 for the board repair. And then it gets really expensive for the ice river repairs.
It's expensive to fix those units. I looked at, some people are going to spend more than the unit is worth, in my opinion.
Yeah. There's the one guy who has one guy has 2 hash board down. I mean, at this point, it's not even worth really even fixing the unit at this point, right? You could buy a whole new unit for the amount of money it would cost to repair it, and then.
Yeah, I don't recommend it to anybody, man. Honestly, I was talking to a few clients, and they're like the ones that we caught in warranty, that still have a warranty, and they're like, yeah, send it out as fast as you can. I was like, yeah, we'll get on it. And you go on there, you check the serial number, which I think is actually pretty cool. I don't even think, can you do that with Bitmain? Can you go enter the serial number? You can? Okay, so ice river.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
No, I do that before I repaired. And the thing is like, you don't have to go through all the like weird troubleshooting emails with Bitmain. You can just check your warranty and then just fill out a ticket and then just send it to them. And that way you don't have to like email this guy back and forth for a week. You know what I mean? Like with all these log questions and all this, like, I need this log and that log, and I need a picture of this and that.
I probably get so much RMA though, King, that there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Think of it this way. Like,
well, yeah, it's probably some idiot just doesn't know how to put his full information in.
It could be that. So imagine how many like machines Bitmain probably gets that are just not broken, Just
Yeah, from
they
user error. Yeah,
user error,
user.
right? So that's probably
Yeah,
why they have all the, they want to see logs and they want to see everything, because I bet
yeah.
you half the issues could be fixed like over email. You know what I mean?
Well, in their little description thing though, that like that's for your ticket, I'll just copy and paste like a short, like, paragraph of the error right from the log, so they
Mhm.
could see it. You know what I mean? And then I'll just ship the whole unit back to them. So,
Right.
um, something that like I was talking to Hawk about, which was an idea from Greater Good Mining, um, that we may ask everybody is going to be maybe if the KS3 M people want to buy the KS3 L control board, right?
Mhm.
And the reason I say that is because the KS3 M is essentially a KS3 L, right? It's overclocked from Bitmain. So what we might do is something like that. That way it tunes it down in the summertime, right? And uses less wattage and less heat.
Right.
Obviously, yes, you're going to get a lower amount of hash rate, obviously. But I mean, this could save your unit. Like, we're not even in July and August yet. We're not even in the hottest months yet. And we had 11 units go down. So,
Yeah, it's gonna get rough in the summer. My worry is like right now we have a lot of orders coming in for the KS5 L. And by the way, King, let me get some music because I don't feel right. Like I'm not my element. I need some music in the background, man. King, I
you
like
just,
hearing
oh
your
my,
voice. Don't get me wrong, but
you just sent me a private message. Give me some music.
yeah, but give me some music, man. I just can't. Like, I'm not my. I got to get in my zone.
Oh, I guess I
So
have the cheap.
it's
I have the
okay. This
cheap
is fine.
music.
I need something. I need something. So the KS5L orders, a lot of resellers that I found out are not honoring the coupons. So
They're not ordering the coupons. How
nope,
come?
they're not honoring them. And I'm like, somebody hit me up. Somebody hit me up and was like, Hawk, are you guys doing the coupons with the orders? I said, yeah, of course we are. He goes, well, so and so is not doing the coupons, and it's like making everybody upset. I said, dude, if you order a KS5L, the next one you get $2,000 off, and that's through Ice River. So we go directly, we hit them up, and I had a guy go, really? He's like, dude, what's the catch? I said, there's no catch. He's like, done. Sent me another, like, what was it, 3350, and I got him a second machine. And it's no sweat off of our back because it comes off from the suppliers. So I was like, let's do it.
Really?
Let's do it.
So essentially, the suppliers are not honoring those. What they're doing is they're using the coupons for themselves. This way, they
I
get
don't know
extra
how they
money.
would do that for themselves. They probably are. Actually, yeah, they're probably charging full price if people want to buy the second one, and then only paying the 3,000, keeping the 2,000 extra in profit.
Yeah,
That's dirt,
it's extra
man.
profit.
That's dirt. That's bad,
I
man.
mean,
Like that's just bad business, in my
You're
opinion.
telling me that the Magic Cannabis people are ripping us off? Don't say it so. Don't say it so. No way. It would never happen.
Not all of them. Not all of them. A lot of people are doing good stuff, good work. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Some of them, some of the ones that have websites. So I'm like,
do you have to like apply? Do you have to apply for the coupon or anything like that?
Nope.
Or
You say, here, Hawk, here's 5,300. I want to buy a KS5L. Right? Cool. Hey, Hawk, is there any coupons? Yeah, man, you get 2,000 off the next one. Oh, sweet. Here's 3,250 or 3,350. That's it.
okay. So the question is though, do they have to buy it like right now, or could it, like, let's say I give you money today?
It's got to be within the June batch. So right now we're still taking orders. They're going to ship probably the end. So they're still doing the June batch right now.
Okay.
So, and in the KS5 M, you're getting back like 36, like 3,600.
I would.
What? I'm getting suspect a little bit because that's a lot of money. And I'm sitting there going, how the hell are these guys?
Because they're trying to push more units because they know that they have to make the next batch.
Right,
that's
probably
going to compete more with Ice River, not with Ice River, but with Bitmain, right? They have. That's the thing is with Caspa miners, it's going to be like every 3 to 6 months they're just going to keep pumping these things out, and everything's just. This is like Bitcoin ASICs, like on steroids. You know what I mean? I do not want to be in this game. Yeah, but
I don't.
If I was people, just my personal opinion from dealing with Ice Rivers, I would get the L variant, right? Do not get the M because it's overclocked.
I want to give Ice River the benefit of the doubt for a couple reasons. First reason is that the KS3 M was really like their at one point was like their big push into the market, right? Everybody bought them. It was just KS3 M, KS3 M, $11,000-$12,000 machines. I mean, as a new company, they're going to have errors, right? Now, I'm going to tell you this. If the KS5 L and the KS5 M have the same problems as the KS3 M, then there's going to be a lot of criticism falling on Ice River, because they knew where the problems were on the first round. If they don't fix it this time around, it's going to be hard for me to recommend Ice River to future clients or anybody who wants to buy one. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, they're just gonna have to be dirt cheap, and they're gonna be like the Daewoo of ASICs. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody remembers the Daewoo cars. They were short-lived here in America.
Oh yeah. But that's kind of like my worry when it comes to these machines and how people are, you know. Listen, we have KS5 Pros from Bitmain, 21 terahash units, and they're humming away, guys. Honestly, and they're the same price, right around the same price as a KS5M. You know, for the few extra $1,000, I would just go Bitmain right now. I mean, if you're that unsure based on previous history, yeah. I mean, King, how many KS5s, Bitmain models, the KS5 Pro, 21 terahash, have we had go bad versus how many Ice Rivers, right? We have a lot of KS5. Like, we had one go bad, right? It's just
well, that was the KS3. Yeah, out of the KS3s and KS5s, KS5 Pros, we have one that's it's an RMA right now with Bitmain. So they just collected it. So I'm waiting to see what they say. Obviously,
there was only one of the Bitmains for Caspa that we have. We have a lot of them. We have a good amount. So we have about 100, over 100 of them, all the KS3, KS5, and KS5 Pros from Bitmain, and only one went bad. Like, and then we have KS3Ms, and we have a 30 to 40% failure rate trying to get these guys back online. And
I think it's more than that now with these recent 11 that went down. I think we're at like the 60% failure rate. It's pretty bad.
Retro Mike, I did forget about the Bacal, I think it's called. I'm gonna follow up on that now for you. I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry, man. A little bit busy with Disrupt and stuff. But
Luke asked if I played with Benicia. Yeah,
Disrupt's next week.
But pretty excited. I'll be flying out to Miami this weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yusuf, what's up, man? Good to see you. What's up, Chili? It's gonna be a good time. I think it's gonna be so Crypto Frank and GPU Risers Vistang are not going to be able to make it. They have to go do something for the new facility, so they're not going to be able to make it. Which you know, obviously the new facility will take priority, right? So they got to go handle that. So it's just going to be me, the Mining King, Max Voltage, and Seth, the new guy that's working for us in the booth, and yeah. Guys just gonna have to deal with me. Sorry, but it's gonna be there. And you know what's cool is there's a few suppliers that are gonna be there. We actually got the preferred hosting facility by a few different suppliers at Mining Disrupt, which was pretty cool because a lot of our customers, they went and asked some of our customers, "Hey, how's the uptime? How's the service?" I mean, our average has been great. Our service has been great. You go to our Discord, you really don't hear too many people complaining. And you're always going to get a few people, right? Like someone's got a broken rig and they're upset. We're trying to fix it. Or, you know, you get a down GPU or a downed rig. But people, and you could ask anybody that hosts with us, if it's down, it's back up as fast as possible. We don't wait. There's no, you know, in between. There's not a lot of in between time unless the rig is out being fixed. So you will see. Yes, I'm still bringing the Cybertruck. Yes, I am going to park the Cybertruck in the front. Crypto Frank is going to let me drive it, which he's insanely nervous about. I could tell in the way that he was talking to me. Don't worry, Frank. I'll treat it like it's my own. I actually still have my Tesla charger in the garage, so I'm going to go ahead and park it in the garage and charge it overnight. So, Bot Life Gamer says, my KS3 M has been going strong so far with you guys. I've been lucky. Knock on wood, my brother. Knock on wood, please. Just I'm so nervous with you. I don't talk about it. Like I just feel like you talk about them and they hear you and then they break. Like
I mean, there's some that are still going. There's I fixed two today that had some control board problems.
Mhm.
The memory on their control boards is like awful.
Yeah, it
Like
doesn't dump, right?
no, and then after that, it just starts locking up all the time.
Mhm.
It pretty much just kills the hash or the not the
Right.
hash board, but kills the control board. So then you can't even log in and do anything to it. So and then eventually just won't even mine anymore. So we
So
replaced
I'm
a couple of those too.
I think a lot of people that have had KS3Ms for about 8 to 10 months are starting to see failures. I was talking to Greater Good Mining. He said, "Yeah, I see what you mean now. Like after a certain amount of time, they need a repaste or the board, they need reboots or stuff, after a certain amount of time." So I think the first 6 months they go great, right? And then all of a sudden the failures start to set in a little bit here. Listen, we have clients with a bunch of KS3Ms that never fail and they just run good. They're just good machines. And then you have some that just can't get a break. And that's just kind of what it is. So I mean, it's not consistent. So
I think they're poorly designed for they need to be in like a low temperature atmosphere, right? Like
I think so.
when it's 95 degrees in Kansas, it is not good for the KS3Ms. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think they designed the ASICs to run in very high temperatures.
Oh, no.
Which I don't get. I don't get why Ice River would do that. Like you could just learn everything from Bitmain. Like ASICs, like everybody mines in the summertime. Where are you mining that's like under 70 degrees in the summertime? I mean, very few places. You know what I mean?
Right.
At least here in the States, anyways. So
Yeah. I mean, it's rough. It's rough to even. I mean, even if you're in Canada, right? Like, let's say we put a mining facility in Canada, right next to Panda, and Panda's got good weather all year round. What is up with my camera today?
he still deals with heat though.
And
Quite
he
a
still
bit,
deals
so.
with heat domes and all kinds of stuff. So I mean, it's unless you're in like Antarctica, okay, or like way up northern Iceland, you're going to deal with heat at some point or another. So it's never, you don't walk away from it 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yusuf says I'm mining an AC. That is a waste of money, my friend.
he's probably not his. He's probably mining in someone else's. But I mean, we tried it. Believe me, it didn't work.
If it's not your AC, you're not paying that bill. Then it's all good. But if you're paying that bill, that's a waste of power, man. It's that's
if the ambient temperature though. So remember that company that had the mining operation in the mountain? Remember that?
Yeah.
So I was watching some old videos on it, and they were never concerned about heat because the ambient temperature always stayed cool. So no matter now, if it's enough cold air is going through that machine, right? When it comes out, it ain't going to be that much warmer because it's that cold, right? So there's also that to factor in. You can cool, at 60 degrees going through a machine and come out 80, okay? But when you're pushing 30, 40 degrees through a machine, it comes out 60. It's not that hot. You know what I mean? So the delta is, I think, is between like some of the larger ASICs is like 15 to 20 degrees on opposite sides, right? So it just depends. So what do you got? What's going on?
Frank King told us they manufacture these. I just don't understand it. Like why are you gonna? These things, first off, they generate heat, right? You know what I mean? And it's not this is not ideal for hosting companies to sit there and attach AC infinity fans to all these freaking things, right? Or whatever it is, right? You know what I mean? So we're a passively cooled environment, right? So it's a passive intake that the ASICs they pull all the air in themselves, right? And then right now in Kansas, it's all the fans are going. That's 1 million CFM blowing out that building
1 million
at all times. 1 million.
Oh my God. It's so crazy to think about. Like I think about like where we came from and how we started, and even when I started in my warehouse with just 24,000 CFM, and I'm thinking, man, that was a lot. This guy said 1 million. Like, Jesus.
Botlife Gamer, to answer your question, DM me in Discord. And then let me know what your client name is, because I definitely do not remember everybody's YouTube handle and Discord names.
He means what your name is and what your client name is. God, King, I love King, cracks me up. King's like client name, and someone's like, is he asking for my name or is he asking for? I said, yeah, he's asking.
Yes, your real name.
Yeah,
Yes.
your real name. Is he asking for like the name I want my name to be? Somebody messaged me once. He's like, what is client name? I'm like, just put your name there. Oh, okay. It was so funny.
What? How do you want to say name, please? I mean, what do you want me to ask it?
What's your name? What's your name, man? Hey, how are you? What's your name, dude? It's hard because the Discord handles are confusing, but with the new CRM software that we have now, everything's going to be programmed with their Discord handle. So we can search their Discord handle real quick and find out where their name is.
Actually, the new stuff that Seth's been working on, it's going to be an actual official form that you guys will fill out. There will be no more. It's not active yet, but it will be, and it's not going to be in Discord anymore. All the support tickets. It's you're going to go on our site and make an official ticket. There'll be whether you're Wyoming or Kansas, GPU or ASIC or Node, and all these other drop downs that you guys could choose from. And then obviously there's like a little description window if you want to add some comments to it, right. And then it'll generate a ticket for you. So we'll actually have an official ticketing system here very soon, which is going to be really nice.
That's going to lead and guys, that's us working towards a brand new. Okay, so this is kind of in the works, but probably not going to come out till closer to next year. Is a UI system where you'll log in, you'll see all your miners. You'll see all your invoices. You can decide how you want to pay. You can see what's hashing and all that stuff. So we're leading into that, right? And we have to get these other systems perfected first, and then you'll just log in. It'll be all branded. You'll see your stuff in real time, and you'll just have one login where you can go in. It's being worked on, but stuff like that takes a lot of time and a lot of money. So right now it's just kind of triaging the things that we're working on, but that's one thing that we're working towards. And with this new system that we have, we can integrate it into a UI. So getting all this stuff put together is great. And then once it's done, it's just kind of taking all the ingredients and putting it on the pizza and throwing it in the oven. So I'm just kind of still gathering. We're still gathering all the ingredients, so to speak. I don't know if that's a good analogy or not, but you understand what I'm saying. It takes a little bit of time because the minute you roll that out, there's going to be bugs and all kinds of stuff. And KiiNG, I'm going to be a little leaky here. KiiNG is actually working on a way to have the flux nodes be automated. Hey!
Don't say anything. Look at this. I haven't even worked out the official date.
I said you're working on it. You're working on it,
dude. That leakage is so. That's like pre-leakage right there. This guy.
He's working on it though. He's working on it, and that's what's important. We're working on these things, and I want you guys to know that we're not just sitting stagnant. We're working on making the experience better. So, yeah. But
somebody get this guy some Flex Seal, please.
Flex Seal. That's a good one. Good one.
Oh man. Yeah.
I mean, it could take 6 months, could take a year before that's implemented.
That right there is no timeline. I'm working with somebody, so there's no timeline on it. I'm actually I'm trying to get a lot of nodes automated. And
you see, guys, like let me tell you, when I mention something, KiiNG thinks that I want it done right now.
Usually,
no, it's not true.
Usually,
it's not. Maybe in a week, but not right now. I'm just kidding. But anyway. It's kind of just, I like giving you guys updates because sometimes I feel like, we don't really, I want to share what we're doing and how we're growing and how we're, changing the landscape. You know what I mean? And it's going to be biblical. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Frank's like this with me. Frank's like pulling me back on the leash. He's like, oh, chill out. Sit. Don't move. Stop talking. Oh man. Good times. Have a short hop out, then back to Miami. My neighbor has tree limbs on my data shed. I'm gonna chop it. Oh, good, man. Chop it up. So, what else you got? Anything else? Travelers Travels, my man.
Yeah, the GPU mining site. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to complete it. I'm gonna try, but it's a lot of work over the next couple days. The boss, Mr. Chump Change, was nice enough to help us out a little bit, right? So because we're completely maxed out at the GPU site, and we are actively watching temperatures, and we've been seeing things spike. I have some of our managed clients on schedules to turn off for about 8 hours a day. Now, if you've seen some of the videos that I've done over there, you'll notice that all the optiminers, they stand straight up, right? And they just all go down a row, right?
Mm-hmm.
The issue with that is we did that from a density perspective, right? That we didn't have enough, how the airflow is designed in that building, and how we just had it. We got it going pretty much the same day that everything got there. So what I'm going to be doing is Chump Change was gracious enough to turn off his rigs. So I'm going to remove one octominer from every shelf with the space. There's a couple of spaces that I have empty that we're going to spread everything out. So it's going to be, maybe 2 inches between each octominer. And then I'm going to put foam board in between that on the inner hot aisle row. And this way, hopefully we can get some airflow going in between the cases, because right now they get severely heat soaked during hot days, like severely, like they all feel like molten lava. It's very hot. So I think it'll help the cases and the GPUs out if we give them some space in between them. But I have to move all the cases tomorrow. Today was like, get all the ASICs troubleshooted, right? Get people contacted and get some of the other, there's a couple of GPU rigs that went down and off. I got those back up today. So tomorrow is just going to be, in the next few days, is de-racking him and then moving everything. And then it's going to be so many little pieces of foam, like little 2-inch strips, like just everywhere. I'm really not looking forward to it, but it's going to be a lot of work.
Smash the Like Pro says, King, how do you deal with humidity? In Kansas, there's not a lot of humidity. You don't get a lot of humidity up there, just in the climate.
No, we stay at a reasonable level with the humidity. Usually with mining, unless you're in someplace tropical, like where he is, usually you don't have to really worry about that. There's some places like me, it kind of depends on where you live though. Like you don't want to be too close to the ocean because that's really bad. But typically where we are in Kansas, we're right around like the 40-50% mark, sometimes in the 30s.
It's funny.
Me in Arizona, I get down to like 10. I actually have to add humidity.
That's wild. 10. I mean, geez, no. Remember that facility we were looking at in Louisiana? Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was on the coast. It was a great deal for like a data center. It had like 5 megawatts in it, but it was on the coast. And everyone's like, "Hey, this is a great thing." Kane comes into the meeting and goes, "Have you guys checked the map?" I said, "No." He goes, "Oh yeah, take a look where it's at." I mean, it was like 500 feet from like the intercoastal, and I'm just like, oh, I'm just like, my head just buried into my hands. I'm just like, come on. That's when we were still looking around, and yeah, the salt. There's no way to. You can't do anything about the salt. It's in the air. Like you can't. There's no filter that'll stop that. There's nothing that'll stop it. Trust me, we know. Like there's nothing that'll stop it.
But how do we monitor? But how do we monitor humidity? The nice thing about all the octominers is it gives us that information live, right? So I'm also able to like look at temperatures because I kind of, I have a spreadsheet of where everybody is in the GPU side anyway. So if I want to know, okay, this person that's right next to the fan, right, that's pulling the heat, what's his temperature and what's his humidity at? Okay, what's the guy in the middle? What's the guy at the end row? How's everybody looking? What is the temperature delta? in the building, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's so you may see a couple maybe rigs go off if I'm moving them to a different shelf, but we're going to be spacing everything out, and I'm gonna try to get it done. That's a lot to get done in like 3 days. So,
Right.
yeah, that's our plan for that's pretty much like, and then we're still running the thermal repasting and repadding form. If people haven't signed up already, you got 10 more days to sign up for the thermal repasting and repadding. We were originally going to do that in the beginning of July, but that might get postponed to the end of July. That's we're still working on the scheduling of that. So, King, I would use that immerse mining big. You know how expensive immersion is?
Immersion.
It is. And
I mean,
you
don't
know
get
what
me
happens
wrong.
when you have to work on it? It ain't fun, dude. It gets everywhere.
Todd,
It has its pros and cons, right? You know what I mean? For like, yeah, it's great because guess what? You don't ever have to worry about dirt. You know what I mean? The
right.
bad part is when you got to take it out, it's just everywhere.
Todd says, would climate control be worth the money? Not for mining. If you're doing like data center stuff, then yeah, right. You're gonna want AC or a chiller, right? Because those units are high, very, very sensitive. But for mining, you're gonna be hard pressed to find any major farm. I mean, there was some really cool farms. Like there was some videos on YouTube remember that evaporative cooler you were talking about, King? There was a farm in Texas that the whole side of the building on two sides was an evaporative cooler.
I'm gonna tell you right now, those
and they had their own
filters-
retention pond. It was water everywhere. It was water around the transformers. You got to see this video. It's like it's
man.
cringe. Like I'm like, oh, there's water over the transformers. Why is there water over the transformers?
I'll say this though, because I run swamp coolers in Arizona, and the water is really hard. So you're gonna have to have a treatment system for the water, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
those aren't necessarily expensive, but for a large amount to flow through,
for something that size, it will be. And then the filters to go along that building. Oh, I'm sure that was like thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars,
millions. It's a 100-megawatt farm. Millions.
Oh, I didn't realize how big you're talking, but yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot. Yeah. You need to put thermal tape on the optimer. They have vents on the sides, but they don't have vents on the side. It's flat. It's just sheet metal. I don't understand you, Crypto Greg.
What are you saying? What's he saying? You need to put thermal tape on the Octominer cases. They have vents on the sides, etc. No, there's no vents on the sides of the Octominers. It's front and back, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, am I missing something?
I was gonna say that unless that's like a different version of the Octominer that Craig has, because there was many versions of the Octominers. I've seen a lot of different versions of them.
Retro Mike quotes me and says, "I don't understand you, Crypto Craig. I say that every day."
Dude, that's a good troll. That's a good troll.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good troll, Mike.
King, a tank of water. How can that be? A tank of water?
No, it's not.
You talk about the filtration system?
No, he was talking about when I made the immersion comment.
Oh no, guys. Okay, listen. Immersion. Let me touch on the immersion thing. Immersion is great, actually. If you can handle to do it at scale, is very, very expensive, and it's very, very time consuming. So think of it this way. Let's just say we'd have to charge probably at least $0.015 more just on the immersed units, because the uptime and trying to keep those units, like we would have to hire someone just to do that, right? They would just have to do immersion, right? And there's a couple big farms. I know Ben, I can't remember his last name, but I met Ben last year at Mining Disrupt. I think he's going to be there this year. Great guy. I met him through the Hobbyist Miner. he's got a large immersion farm, and that's what they do, right? They have immersion, but the whole container, everything's built for it. I know Bitsby Trippin was doing it initially, and then he went to all air, just
No,
passive cool.
he's still not getting it. So no immersion. Okay, so yes, it is in a fluid, Yusuf, but it's a dielectric coolant, right? It has somewhat a very similar viscosity to water, but it's non-conductive, right? Look up Yusuf, Google engineered fluids. They're
Engineer.
literally the
You
OGs
want me to pull it up? Let's pull it up. I'll show him.
dielectric coolant.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up here. Like so, and like, where's Ben's video? Ben had a good one. I think a hobbyist has. Is hobbyist still in here?
The big one was when they engineered fluids, guys. Like it was mostly made for servers, right? In data centers, right? They had a whole stack of servers in this plastic customized tank, and he put the dielectric coolant in it, and then he put his fingers in it, and then he tasted it with his fingers. He said that's how safe it is.
Yeah, I still wouldn't do
it's
that.
out there.
I still wouldn't do that.
It's on.
I don't care how safe it is. I don't care how safe it is. I'm no dummy.
Power's flickering right now.
Watch out. Yeah, the farm is taking up all the energy. All right, hold on.
It's been windy out here all day.
Let me see here. So immersion. Let's pull up immersion here. So
immersion's expensive, Yusuf. For a 1 megawatt container, it's like $3 million.
This is an old video that Voss did. I think this is Core Scientific. That one was Core Scientific. That's Core Scientific. They closed. But the immersion setup. Let me see. This is just an intro. Here you go. But this is like what an immersion system will look like. This is so expensive, and to be honest, like from a hosting perspective, I mean, look, this is what I'll say. If somebody calls us tomorrow and they say, "Hey Hawk, I love Terra hosting. I want to put a hydro container, or I want to put a container with immersion. I'll pay to set it up and I'll pay to have somebody there. I just need somewhere to put it." Then that's a different story. But now you're talking about $150,000, $200,000 investment to put 300 units in. Probably, it's not cheap. That's without the units too. That's just the tanks and the setup and everything you need to be OSHA compliant. And you have to watch for spills and all kinds of stuff. Like it's not practical in my opinion.
When you're doing the dielectric coolant, you actually have to have the cooling towers. So for a 1 megawatt container like we seen at Mining District last year, it was a couple $1 million. It's not cheap, man. Because all that liquid has to get cooled off somehow, right? It gets piped out to a bunch of cooling towers on the outside.
Heat exchangers.
They probably I think it shows you eventually in the video, but
he's doing.
It's not cheap. It is not cheap. You'll spend easily $1 million.
So it comes outside to like these things. Hold on, right there. So it comes out to these things where the heat gets pumped through and it cools. This is called a heat exchanger, and then it goes right back in. Right. It's in my opinion, and you know what's funny is that all these farms you're seeing, they're all closed.
Well, because they're like, oh well, you could overclock the units, but here's the problem: when that happens, you become less efficient, right? Okay, right. But you also have less maintenance. But the cost of money, though, to get that going is way more than air. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's going to offset your return on your money, like so much that I personally don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just depends on what you're trying to do, right? It depends on what you're trying to do. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the part. There we go. There's farms of people who do this stuff and it works for them. But the problem is if one of the units goes down, it's down for a little while. You got to let it dry off, and you got to, I mean, it's dielectric. You could work on it anyway while it's probably wet. But if you're going to have to do like soldering and stuff, you got to wait till it dries. And then it's a lot of maintenance for, in my opinion, not a lot of.
I wonder if you wanted to switch it back to air, if you would have to use like a ultrasonic cleaner and do some with like some Branson EC cleaner, and then give it a bath in rubbing alcohol, and then maybe you could put it back to being an air cooled unit.
Yeah, like see, I don't know. KiiNG never shows me Craig never shows me the cool stuff. Crypto Craig says, no, they have slits cut out, they leak. You need to cover them. Oh, no crap. Okay. Yeah, like, I mean, it's cool to look at this, right? Like, you know, like, oh wow, it's running underwater. But I mean, it's one way to do it. It's one way to do it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've always wanted to try an Immersion ASIC and just see how it goes. I was really hoping that Octominer was going to push out that, you know, if they were going to continue to do with that home immersion system, but I know that kind of didn't work out too well for them. But because it is a cool concept, it is a cool concept, and then you can take that heat, like especially if you do on what's that company that's got fog hashing has one where you can take the, I think Serpent X did a video on it. Let me see, fog hashing immersion.
You could just be like Linus and just heat your whole pool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can heat the pool with it. Oh wow, okay. So this is that Mrs. Vosk. Oh sweet. She's probably just, yep. So the fog hashing one, you can take the heat and put it on a pool or whatever. Like this is a little bit more practical if you're going to get into the immersion. So
I think that's a 6-unit one, but they have a smaller one. Hobbyist has the two ASIC one. Yeah, I hit them up when they started to do. They were looking for YouTubers to do it. I hit them up a bit.
I think they're going to be in Disrupt. So, but I mean, if you want to do immersion, these things are cool, but I don't know.
It seems like a lot
of work for not a lot. Not that. I mean, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze in a lot of scenarios.
Because to me, it's just like if you overclock the ASICs, yeah, you get more terahash, but your efficiency goes way down. You know what I mean? So right. I don't understand. I would understand it. Look, if you live somewhere where it was very hot, like in a desert, like in Arizona, and you wanted to do ASIC mining, I could understand this.
Right.
But for everyday use, I don't understand. I guess maybe from a maintenance perspective that you'll never ever have to blow them out or do anything ever again.
It keeps them clean. It does keep them clean. I did hear that. People who've immersed units, even when the overclock, they come out looking brand new and they're super, super clean. But I guess I don't know.
You'd have to do the math on like what it costs to do maintenance versus immersing all the units in a cost breakdown and see if it if that even makes sense or not. Because I mean, think about it. The average life of we'll just say Bitcoin. I'm not going to say Casper ASIC, okay? Because those things change all the time. But
it probably would do well in immersion, though.
No, it would. I think the average life of a good Bitcoin ASIC is like 3 to 4 years, right? Now, they do become more. The older ones do become profitable when Bitcoin does peak, but they don't remain profitable in the bear run. So that's why I say like 3 to 4 years is the average life of a good Bitcoin ASIC.
Automatic Beats has got an interesting question. He goes, does anyone think Lokotech will actually have a working model? Well, they're coming to Mining Disrupt. Ben's coming. I'm going to talk to him there, but I did email him a couple weeks ago, and he says they're working on it. So he did take that. He did have a prototype that he showed in the picture of what it's going to look like. So
I'm worried that it's taking too long to develop this, and then they're going to have to get in line to get it, at the foundries. I heard they're going to be using one in the US, which should hopefully cut down their wait time, right? Because I know that's going to be a factor. My fear is like they're working so hard to get this number right now, and by the time they get the number, that it's not going to matter anymore. Right. You know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of people have their doubts. I have mine. I mean, it's something brand new that no one's ever done before. So,
and
here's what they're trying to do. So
here's the other thing is look, he's a really nice guy. I talked to him.
Yeah,
Me and Goat sat across from him at breakfast at last year's Mining Disrupt. He's a really nice guy. But here's the other thing is it's a brand new company. We've seen problems with ASIC companies in the beginning, right? What if they have overheating problems? What if they have manufacturing issues?
I mean, that's going to happen. It's going to happen. They're going to have problems with it's especially with the first batch ever. Like they can run through as many tests as they want, and they'll try to do as much trial and error. I'm sure they'll send some to the content creators to do their thing, and people. I see if it was me, I would reach out to people in the community that I know have the knowledge, like a Crypto Craig or a Retro Mike, or people are like Geek of All Trades, and just people who like tinker with stuff. So maybe Vinny Del Greco. I would send it to these people, and I would say, okay, try to break it. Try to break it. Run it hard. Try to break it, and let me know what happens. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would do. I would put it out into the world to a few people, do a test run, and just say, hey, try to break the damn thing. Like, not like snap it, but like run it, try to overclock it, try to mess with it, see, I'll give you all the open programming, check everything, and see what's up. You know what I mean? So.
He says that Lokotech has their hands in other avenues, like part of a mining pool, etc. Yeah, I mean, mining pools, you got to be a big pool, like a top pool, to really see some good returns, like as far as like a revenue.
So you see what Retro Mike just put? He goes, Hawk, I did have a good convo with Ben. They are aiming for it to be more than just a script miner. They're doing edge compute with it as well. See, that just makes it all more interesting. All the more interesting for me. Like, it's like, all right, cool. Now we're going to do compute. That's great. How are you going to, is it the same time? Like, is it, I mean, hey, look, if you can, I'm not saying, everything seemed like magic at one point in human history, right? The telephone, the car, the airplane. Like, I'm not saying it can't happen, but
okay,
I want to see. I want to know more. I'm just curious. I want to know more.
Okay, so this is what Craig means by leak seed. I've never thought of this, so he DM'd us both the picture.
You want to put it up, or you want me to put it up?
Yeah, because I know what he's talking about. I know where it is.
Hold on.
I mean, are you Craig? Are you saying that the heat cycles back in through the little squares? Is that what you're saying? I never really thought of that. So here's a picture of an octominer, and what he's talking about is these little cutouts here that are at the top. Are you sure that there's not enough?
I tested that. I tested that with who was it? Who was I on the phone with? Was it Second TL? And I taped the whole top of it.
Those things?
And yeah, and I did this with Second TL. I taped the whole top of it, and it was worse.
Oh. It got worse? Is that just worse because there wasn't enough of an open area for it to exhaust out?
Probably, but I'm not saying Craig is wrong, because I don't think he's wrong. He is right. They do leak, but I don't know. I have to.
Well, that's yeah, but there is a couple little cutout slits, but that's only in the X12 though. I would say the majority of our farm is X8s or R8s. We do have X12s, but I wouldn't say that they're a majority.
Crypto Shape said the same thing. He goes, yes, I have blocked these before and had mixed results. I didn't have good results at all with the 4090s, but maybe because the 4090s are a more taller card and the heat, goes out that way as well. I don't know. I think it really just depends.
It would depend on the width of the cards, and dude, we got all kinds of GPUs in there, man.
Hey, King, how many of those S21 fans did you need? You need a whole box, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let me get it done for you right now.
I thought you did that earlier.
Well, no, they just got back to me. It's in China. It's 11 o'clock in the morning where they are. I don't know. I'm gonna order like 50 of them. Want me to order like 50 of them?
No, I just need like one box. Like,
I don't know, but there's no one box. There's just how many do you need?
Oh, give me like a dozen.
Just 12? Okay.
Yeah, that should be fine for right now.
I'll order you 24. I'll order you 2 dozen. Only $3 each. All right. Sorry.
You got the S21 fans, right?
S21 fans, yeah. The S21 and the S19K fans are the same. So now they have that new little 4-pin, which there is an adapter you can buy if you want to use them for older machines. But I thought it was weird because I ordered replacement fans and they didn't have that It didn't have that 4-pin, which I thought the 4-pin was a little weird, but hey, whatever.
So I guess you could tape that area off that Craig talked about. It would just have to be a card that's like low width, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a taller card.
I even did the back of the card, like okay, so like the gaps in between the GPUs. I even did that once, and that wasn't good at all. Trying to force the air to the GPU. The problem is I created a back pressure problem, and that wasn't good at all. So they were getting hotter.
I can't leak future plans. I won't do that. So
with what? What are you talking about?
Nothing. We're not talking about anything. You leaked enough there. I need to get some Flex Seal next time we go live.
SEC permanently suspends its investigation into Ethereum. Nice. That's good. That's bull. That's a bull signal. Innovation has economic costs. As an economic cost. Facts. Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. There you go. Aztec Miner. Welcome to the Kingsman. You are now part of the beard. Welcome.
Part of the beard.
Part of the beard.
Yeah. Be sure to link up your Discord. I have a lot of chats going on in the private VIP for the project that shall not be named. The one that Ben he's spreading all this FUD about. He's just trying to get his mining yields up. That's all. I know it's evil plan.
Get everybody off the coins.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
That's his thing. That's his plan.
Oh man. Anybody got questions for us? Let us know in the chat. Whatever you guys want to know. Nvidia passed Microsoft in value today. I think Nvidia is so inflated in price.
I think it's overvalued, but I mean, I'm not going to complain about it because I have a few hundred shares now, so I'm okay with it.
I'm not going to complain either, but I do think it's crazy. Crazy overvalued. Brandon Coin says, "Welcome, Aztec. Now King will slide into your DMs." Again, they keep moving back and forth. Yeah, I guess so. How do you do that? I don't have time to learn that. You can do anything with Ansible. Ansible's all automation. Yusuf says, "Hawk, what can I GPU mine to make more money?" Oh, dude, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, you could try these. You can try
DM these. Panda. If you want the most profitable coin, everybody right now, DM Red Panda Mining. He knows the most profitable coin.
Oh, jeez. You can try these. You could try Vast AI. You could try Salad. You could try a bunch of these different things to make money with your GPU. What kind of GPU? And you can't do it. You need the right hardware, though. You can't do it in like an Octominer case or anything. Although I have seen people on Vast with an Octominer case. Remember that? It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I thought we didn't talk about AI platforms. Oh, he doesn't talk about them. I mean, I personally really don't care. The hot air leaks on due to pressure. You need to cover them to force the air out the back. Really? 4090s. Panda never gives up anything. Yeah, 4090s. I mean, if you have a couple of them, man, put them on Salad. See what happens. Salad's very easy. You just run it on Windows.
Panda doesn't have any 40 series. He boycotted 40 series.
I'm all 40 series now. I have a couple older cards, and some A4000s, but that's it. I'm excited to see the new Octo server. Supposed to be really nice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was supposed to get it before I left, but then there was like a bunch of shipping delays, and I was supposed to get there the day I did leave to come here, and now they called me today, and they're supposed to drop it off tomorrow. So, I look forward to seeing that when I get home. The new Octo server, new Epic Rome Octo server.
Yeah. Let's see here. Just checking Twitter, see if I see anything noteworthy to talk about, but I got nothing. SEC permanently. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's just mentioned that. Oh man, you guys got anything for us? Let's see. Scott knows the vibe. I have 130 series to gauge how much 4090s blow them away. How much might I have? Oh yeah, 4090s, man. It just nothing compares to them on anything. Although, I think the 4060, what was it? 4060 Ti was a pretty good card for a lot of
Nah,
people.
that's a shitty card. Yeah, it was bad. Don't buy that. It's piece of crap.
Oh my god.
4090s or bust. All right, look at this.
Let's see. 10 minutes. What's 10 minutes to midnight saying? He is an algo assassin. Just name your coin you want dead. Oh, Panda? Oh, 100%. By the time Panda talks about it, it's over, guys. It's all done. It's all over. So much hash rate.
I wonder how that new that other coin that's going to merge with the L9 bells. I wonder how that thing's going to do with all the merge mining. I wonder how the sell pressure is going to do because there's not a lot of volume on that coin.
I could tell you this. I spoke to one of the heads in AlphaPex, and they are going to be soon integrating that into the DG1. I have a meeting on Thursday with them. And that's going to be, from a price perspective, that's going to be insane to do that with the DG1. So I'm waiting to see. We have about, I think, 7 DG1s running right now. And I got to tell you, knock on wood, man, they're running great. They work good with Foreman. Nothing really there. And a lot of people had questions about them, but we'll see what happens. But they're running good, and they might have that triple mine feature, and that's going to make them crazy profitable.
You
definitely bring them into the $30 a day range.
You know that the 24-hour volume on that coin is only like 38 grand, right?
Won't be for long.
No, there's going to be a lot of sell. There's going to be a lot of sell pressure. I think it's going to drive the price. It's 18 cents right now. I guarantee you, when either of those things start mining that it's going to go down to like 5 cents. It's just going to go straight down.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's not. I mean, the majority of it is Doge, right? So I don't think it's going to matter too much. But I think when a lot of people start triple mining it, it's going to cause a pump on that coin. 100%. People are going to buy it. People are going to hold it. They're going to transact with it, and then you'll see trading volume go up. You won't see it go down. But yeah, I don't know. Nobody can predict the markets. Golden Wolf says YouTubers gave me shit for driving and listening all the time. Now I have autopie coming Friday. Nice. Drive safe there, Golden Wolf. Mike Falcon says, King, you need to learn how to sell a covered call option. Look it up in Chat GPT how to do it. I promise you'll thank me later. It's powerful. But what about me?
I don't. You should know this about me. I'm not like a trader by any means necessary.
Let's see. Retro Mike. Sorry. Retro Mike says, be cautious. Be cautious in Litecoin pool. I'm sorry, Mike. What are you saying? Be cautious which Litecoin pool adopts it. The auto sell Doge and only pay out in LTC. They may do the same with belts. Oh, you be careful with litecoinpool.org. Oh, be cautious if Litecoin pool adopts it. Yeah, I know. Litecoinpool.org is a really good. I mean, I like them, but sometimes I feel like I wasn't getting the full payout at times. So I moved everything to F2 pool, where you enter the addresses separately. And that's what I did when I had my L7. And F2 pool was great on my L7. Very transparent. It was awesome. So I enjoyed it. They don't do that anymore. No, they don't. They changed. They do both. They pay out in both now. Oh, look at that. I had no idea. Oh, man. So I think we'll go for another 10 minutes, King. See if anyone's got any questions. And then I guess that's it. Did you get the computer from the shop?
Computer.
PUBG. PPU.
No. I told you I'm probably not going to play, man. I have a lot of work to do, man. Dude,
Uh,
you realize I'm on the fourth floor and I'm at the end of the hall. So I have to hold a desktop, a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, and my headset to the room. It's ugh,
Crypto
it's
Craig
such.
says, King, Hawk Crypto, how is salad doing now that Technicals made several videos about it? My salad rigs are fine. Everyone's gonna make. I have a video coming out about it. I haven't done it yet. I need to do it. Maybe I'll record it tonight. I'm tired
I don't
too,
know
though,
what you're.
man.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what
But
you're talking
Brandon Coy did it. Now Panda talked about it. I mean, once the
about. I
bigger
mean,
guys do it, man, it's all over. I mean, I don't know because I'll be honest with you. You have to. I think what it's not like Vast AI, right? You have to have one GPU, one CPU, 64 gigs of RAM. Like, and you have to have higher end hardware. And not everybody's got motherboards laying around. So I don't think as many people are on it as we think. You know what I mean? Because that means if you had 50, 40, 90s, that means you got to go buy 50 motherboards, 50 CPUs,
well,
50, like you have to like expand. I
well,
mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Go ahead.
There's individual systems. You know what I mean? So it's like it's the cost of entry is much higher than like doing like a VAS system, right? They did announce Dream Booth, which is 500 indefinite containers for the 4090s, maybe 3090s in the future. Um, for right now, it's 4090s, but um, I know that I heard some news that they are supposed to be heavily um, they're looking for more containers and workloads, and I don't think it's going to go down as much as people think it is. I mean, here I'll take a screenshot, then you can show everybody what I'm doing right now.
Just share your screen.
I'm on my MacBook. It's hard for me to see and do stuff at the same time, so let me just send it to you in Discord.
Let's see here. What do you got there, fella?
Hey, what's up, Dave? I'm surprised you're awake at this time, man. Usually you go to bed early. Yes, Mr. Aztec Miner. I have three 4060 Ti's with 128 gigs of RAM and Xeons. That's one of my 4090s right now, doing 578. It's always the higher number on the higher side. And actually, it can actually be more than that sometimes. Sometimes it's been more. I have, how many do I have? Let's hold on.
You have 44090s.
Yep. Okay.
And then you
Yeah, I
have
have 44090s, 34060 Ti's, 4070. The 3060 is giving me problems. I need to have my wife return the computer on because it has a dummy plug, but it's the remote desktop isn't working correctly, so that one's down. So technically, I have eight up right now. I have 8. So I mean that's and the thing is though is like I said, these things pull like no power. I have 3 4060 Ti's, the 14070, all on one circuit on 120. It's in my bedroom.
let's see, right now
And
I'm doing 56 cents an hour right now. But all 44090s. I mean, it's way
yeah,
more than you're gonna make with mining, guys. Like I know a lot of people
I should
hate
do
on
that.
it. I mean, but
I'm gonna do that when I get home. I have a 120 volt, my old watt meter I had that I haven't used for a while. I will put the salad rig on it. Most of the time when I see the GPU
it's not
utilization is
even
like
running.
5 to 20. It's like 5 to 20%, right?
Yeah,
And
same here.
it's mostly on the lower end. So I guarantee you that the wattage on this stuff is super low, which makes it super profitable, right?
Mm.
Because with VAS, most of the time I've seen when people are running stuff on VAS, it is just pegged. Like even if it was a language model or something or Stable Diffusion, that it would be 80, 90%, right? Most of the time, maybe even higher. I'm doing $1.43 an hour on 140/90 free power. Did you make sure to not be on the newest? I'm not going to give salad advice here, really, but If
A
you're
dollar.
making a
Wait, hold
dollar
on.
40,
$1.43 an hour.
yeah,
That cannot on 140.90.
yeah, you're doing. It's either you're doing something wrong. It could be there's an update for Salad right now that helps out a little bit. It could be the driver you have, maybe some BIOS settings for virtualization, or maybe it's your RAM. If you only have 16 gigs of RAM, you definitely need 64 gigs if you want the good paying containers for the 4090s. 64 gigs is a must. It is a must if you want good paying containers for 4090s.
Retro Mike said, I checked last night. My Ryzen 5900 was doing 90 cents a day on Varus, and 4060 was doing 48 cents a day. This has to be close to what it would do on Salad. I don't know. I think it would do a little bit better, to be honest with you. Well, hold on. Yusuf said he's doing $1.43 an hour. That's not right.
I don't
That's
think
not
he's
right.
doing that an hour.
It's not. That's not right.
That's not an hour. That's a day.
That's a day,
Yusuf.
brother. Yeah,
And
probably a day.
And then
Probably a day.
Retro Mike, is that revenue or profit? And then my 4060 Ti on Salad makes, and mind you this, it doesn't even use nearly as much power as your CPU or GPU does. It's making 474 a day on
Yeah,
on
the
Salad with
GPU.
my 4060 Ti.
Yeah, no, a GPU is not going to do $36 a day. If one GPU does that, I'll put all my 4090s on whatever that's doing. But it's not. It's probably. I'm sorry, and it's not going to do $36. Yeah, no, it's not going to do that a day. Ulu says, Hawk, why don't you mine cubic with your 4090? You going to do more money. Honestly, man, like until we start seeing, more stable numbers, I'm just gonna stick to what I'm doing right now. If I want to get in on a coin, I have a couple thousand in USDT. I'll just go buy it, and that's it for right now. I'm still mining. I've still got my Caspa miners running. I got my iPolos running, but no GPU mining at the moment. And I have one ASIC. Oh, what am I talking about? Two ASICs. So,
Yeah, I mean, I have 4 Xeon systems with 4060 Ti's and one 4070, and it's on one single, 120 volt circuit. You know what I mean? Which I think that's a 15 amp circuit, so it's not. It uses no power.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it Vinny Hawk doesn't like to toss? I know I do. I have 4 of them on there. I love doing that. Let's see. The Mining King. Mine is a non-TI CPU, 75 watts. GPU is 80 watts. I have 0.05 kilowatt hour. So revenue versus profit, I barely noticeable. Yep. Yeah, I have.
Whoa! What is that? I have 107 PCs mining Zeph.
Sounds like
what?
Rabbit. Rabbit
You
bought a
were-
bunch of new stuff today too. You see his Twitter post?
Oh man, you've been watching a lot of Rabbit mining, haven't you?
That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
107.
CJ, you can't see the jobs yet on Salad, not yet. See, here's the cool thing though. Here's the cool thing that I like about Salad, that I like more than Vast AI. The people in their Discord are friendly. They're easy to talk to if you have a question. And the Vast Discord, with Vast AI, it's very gatekept. They don't like people coming in there and asking questions, and then all of a sudden, when the crypto miners get in there and they start putting stuff on there, it's like, oh, they don't want to say anything. And I get it. You know what I mean? Because truthfully speaking, our community has probably got a F ton of compute sitting around doing nothing. So the minute that something, looks good, or, we mention it on a video, the whole wave goes this way. You know what I mean? Like, so I can understand why they are a little upset. But the cool thing with Salad is like Salad's welcoming it. They're like, guys, come on. Because the more compute that they have, they can go and to the sales team and say, hey, now we have X amount of petaflops worth of compute, sell it. You know what I mean? Like, show these people what we have. So that's, I mean, you could always take the profits from Salad or Vast AI or RunPod or wherever you're going and go buy the crypto that you want. If you look at it from that perspective, you're going to yield more than you will mining, unless you get into something really early. So, I mean, it kind of just kind of depends, you know. I mean, I'm hoping that there's going to be a GPU coin, guys, that comes back out, and you know, maybe not Ethereum numbers, but if we can get close to it, if we get like 60-70% of the Ethereum numbers, I'd be happy, and I would have that. I'd have that run. But I don't know. You know, now with machine learning and all this, rig rentals and compute, I don't know if we'll ever get back to it, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's the demand for this is only going to increase with time, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to increase. The next decade is supposed to go tenfold. So
I think it's going to even be more than that. That's just what they're projecting. I think the need for AI and what everybody wants, it's definitely
gonna have its run.
Have you tried render AI model for GPU rental? Like, you mean like the actual like crypto project render? I applied to them. They didn't respond to me.
So like a lot of these companies, they want you in tiered data centers now. Like they want you in at least a tier 2. I was looking up a few last night.
I don't know what this means.
Retro Mike says, "Oh, King, if you own 100 shares of Nvidia stock and you sell a November 15th call option at $140 a share and collect a $1,600 profit, if the stock closes November 15th below 140, you keep your shares." Yeah, it's option trading. Yeah, that's because you bought the call. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know how that works. But anyway, Retro Mike says, "Huh? Options are like gambling. Option trading. If you do calls or puts, it's like we're going to be here all night explaining it. There's a good video I can give you that explains it. It's if you get into options, it's pretty cool because you can actually make money if it goes up, and then you could break even if it doesn't. So, and if the stock goes down, you can still get your money back. I have to go through the spiel about it, but it's not bad. So Retro Mike says, Hawk, did you see the drama with Digibyte? Jared Tate is stepping back and stopping development and putting it all into the hands of the community. Well, there goes Digibyte. All over. It was nice knowing everybody. See you, Digibyte.
What do you mean? Community projects, they do great. What are you talking about?
All over. All done. Sell your Digibyte. That's a sell signal. That's a sell signal.
He's like, sell now.
Yeah. It was good knowing you, Digibyte. So you on the flip side.
Oh man. Really? You think so?
Oh, 100%. Community projects go nowhere. And I don't want to hear Bitcoin because that is the exception to the rule.
But yeah, what about Bitcoin though?
I'm pretty sure I just said I don't want to hear Bitcoin because it's the exception to the rule.
Well, I mean,
no, it is financial advice. Get rid of your Digibyte. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. It sucks when somebody works on a project and for so long and then just walks away from it. But
Nakul Kundra, I see that you're
if you
he's
link
a member, right?
Yeah, so Nicole, if you link your YouTube with your Discord, when you get into Misfit Mining, it'll automatically give you access to the Kingsman. But you have to link with your Discord name. You go to your settings and link your Discord with YouTube.
Yeah, it'll automatically give you the access and everything like that.
So Retro Mike says there was a developer that got banned from checking in code on the DGB GitHub. Too much drama around control, and now after 10 years, they have no funding left.
Well, it sounds like great things are going on for Digibyte.
Everyone accepted Jarrett Everyone accepted Jarrett to continue the code for free. Oh, everyone expected Jarrett to continue the code for free. Right, I understand. Yeah, I mean, nothing's free, man. No such thing as a free lunch. You pay now or you pay later. I know what you meant, Mike. I kind of read through the lines. Does it hurt you if you run XM rig on salad rig, or should I just let them control the whole machine? Yeah, you don't want to run anything else on the machine. So if you're going to do a salad rig, just let it run by itself. You want all the resources for salad.
And I mean, here, I'm going to be honest, man. I have a 4090 right now. It's not that lost the job earlier today.
It's inconsistent.
It goes up and down, right? You know what I mean? But like, as they get more customers, you know what I mean?
Right.
And more containers come onto the, for work, then there'll be less downtime, right? Obviously, They had a huge influx of people. Like Brandon started it, then I did it, then the tactical investing did one, Rabbit did one, Red Fox did one, Panda. I mean,
I did a short.
Count him, and then Huck did a short. I know Max talked about it. I'm sure I might even be forgetting a few people. Like literally every crypto
everybody jumped on it. Everybody jumped on. I jumped on it before Brandon. Me, you, and Brandon were the first ones to do it. So I mean, at least in our community that I know of that or talked about it.
Yeah.
But you know what, guys, like, and Technicals is doing some really good videos. So if you guys have questions, he's doing like the profits on like day to day. I commented on one of the videos. I told them, what setup I have, but it's been making money, but it's not consistent yet. It's up and down. So like if I share here, I'll share my screen. I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like. So for me right now, it's down, right? Are you sharing? Is it on? There we go. Okay. So for me, like last night I hit a 20-cent container. Now this is every 15 minutes, right? So you take this and 40. So that's 80 cents an hour I hit, right? Almost $1 an hour. And that was great on all 4 of my machines. And then it dipped down. Look at this. And then it went to, so 10, 20, 30, 40 cents an hour. And then now I'm kind of coasting right around 14, 28, 56 cents to 60 cents an hour right now. So it's good when it's good and it's not when it's not, right? But these numbers, they don't look great for the hours, but that's because I've added machines every couple days, every week. So but
I just sent mine. You could show them mine.
Let's do it.
That's mine. Mine's pretty solid. I've had my machines up for a couple of days now.
Oh shoot, I'm not sharing it. Sorry. Here we go. Yeah, you're looking good here. It looks like you hit around 55 cents, 50 cents over here on this one, right around 12 p.m. But
you could see at 5, 6, and 7 and 9 now that obviously there's some containers that left my computers, and it happens, man, because like the work gets done. You can't have the container forever unless you get one of those indefinite ones, which would be really cool. Which you don't even know if you have it or not. So
Nas City, how do you switch my Ergo into another coin? Just try Simple Swap. I use Simple Swap. Works really good. And I like Simple Swap because I actually lost a transaction on Simple Swap and they were able to find it and give it back. So that was cool. So I trust them. Let's see. Check in. Yeah, it's been running for a little while, but I ran like one rig for like a week. So, and then I added the other 3. I added one more and then I did 2 the other night. So I was thinking, what I was thinking of doing, King, was making one more and putting that Titan V that I have on there and just seeing how it does. I don't know, because it's got a high VRAM on it and it's the bus size is big. So I'm thinking maybe it'll do something really good because it's a data center card. But the A4000 doesn't do well, I heard. The A4000 is doing like 12 cents an hour on average or something like that. It's not doing very, very good. So I think I'm going to get another 2 A4000s, and then when I get the Octo server, I'm going to put 8 and put it on VAST and let it rip until Salad comes out with a multi-GPU type setup.
Right.
Isn't Salad what Flux claimed proof of useful work was supposed to be? Kind of.
Yeah. I mean,
kind of much. Actually.
Pretty much there. they're using
I
Dockerized containers, you know what I mean, and giving
well,
workloads.
so is Vast,
Um,
right?
yeah,
Isn't
and
yeah,
Vast is
Vast is
using
doing the same.
Docker containers as well. Um, I don't know if these guys are also implementing like Kubernetes and stuff like that. Like this AI stuff is not. I'm not like the super genius here, but I know Flex is trying to use stuff with Kubernetes to combine people and make into like an actual larger singular piece of compute, right? I don't know
Right.
if you've ever watched those guys who combine all those Raspberry Pis and stuff like that. They use Kubernetes to make one actual PC pretty much. And then Secatiel, he asked, saw some big bandwidth usage, use Wireshark. That should be great content for Panda. I know he has a great device that has Wireshark on it, so there you go, RPM. Some more content for you, bud. And then, is there a way to set? Yes, you can set. Yeah, you could do what's called a QoS. It might be labeled differently in your router, or I don't know how everybody has their networks. If you're running directly to a small router or a switch, um, but typically it's called QoS, which is quality of service, to limit the throughput. I would say so far, I would give it at least 150 megs down. That's kind of where I think that you need to be at, because if you can't download the container fast enough, it will boot you off. It'll just lose the container.
Hey,
Um,
King. I want to show. Oh wow, man, this one doesn't have a job right now, but let's see here. Where's StreamYard? Okay, let me. So Yusuf, check this out. Let me show you guys what it looks like live and direct. Um, so this is my Windows 11 rig that I had that was originally just a computer in the garage, but I put the 4090 in it because it's a B650. So it's 64 gigs of DDR5 actually. The GPU is being used, so I'm not sure why this is saying. Oh, great, it's not
do you have
responding.
crypto mining? Do you have crypto mining enabled still?
No, I shouldn't, but I don't know why this is not responding
Go to
now.
performance.
I'm clicking it. This remote desktop is just ass.
Oh, do you have the HDMI dummy plug in there or no?
Probably not. No, I can go turn it. But let me see. Let me just go. I'll pull up another one. Hold on. Let's see here. We'll try this one. I think the White Corsair's got one in there. This is cool. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, this one has it in there. So let me see. Yeah, this is not doing anything either. But you could see here that there's nothing running on this. But this is only 32 gigs. Let me see. So you can go to performance. Now, one thing you can do is it does give you the system utilization readout. So you'll see what it is. But most jobs, it depends on the job. Some jobs will use both CPU and GPU. Some jobs will use CPU. Some jobs will use GPU. It really just depends. Now, I did not enable bandwidth sharing, but you can go to configure. I turned off video streaming. This adult content thing. Hey, man, I don't personally, I don't care. Whatever floats your boat. But I did disable crypto mining, which compared to everyone else, like Vast AI and stuff, this is a feature that I actually like about Salad. So I don't get some pesky crypto miner who jumps on my rig and pegs my GPU all the way to the ceiling. So yeah, but you kind of get an idea of what it's like with running these machines. So let me see. I got one. Let me see if I can pull up the other one, and I'll show you guys.
Actually, Second Seal, I find it to be pretty stable. I haven't had any issues. I update the Windows 10. I use Windows 10 Pro, update it all the way. Make sure I have all the BIOS settings set correctly. And then I set everything to never, right? Like in the power settings, like never sleep, never, turn off the display, and then disable sleep mode and all that stuff. So far it's working out pretty good. I disable updates for like 5 weeks at a time because you could pause them in Windows. So I just I just
Mike
do
Falcon makes a good point. He says, "Careful with your bandwidth usage." Yeah, I'm on unlimited, but I did read the fine print, and it is truly unlimited because sometimes they'll limit you to like 14 terabits or terabytes a month, right? And
Well, they'll think it's unlimited for most people, but yeah, I'm also fully. Oh god, dude,
that the fire alarm going off over there?
somebody's probably burning. Dude, it happens all the time here.
Is it really? Wow, that's loud, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I'm glad he's in my ear. I hear it.
yeah, yeah, we can hear it. Wow, that is loud. You got the fire. Is it flashing in the room? Fire alarm! Run, King! You gotta run! Go! Go! Get out of the room! It's fire alarm! He's like, no, I'm gonna go down with the. I'm going down with the ship. But no, so you guys can kind of see like what it looks like. I actually have to go in and mess with my salad rigs a little bit, but someone smoking dope. That's Tech Manti. Ice River on fire. Go, go, go. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you hear that now?
No.
See, that happens. Hey, but hey, it was really bad because one night it was like at 4 o'clock in the effing morning, and they couldn't get the alarm to go off, like to stop. You know what I mean? Because somebody was like, who the f is cooking at 4 o'clock in the morning? You mother effer! Like,
Wake up, everybody.
and see, because look, this place is like, it's like an apartment style a hotel, right? Where they have like a sink and and a dishwasher and a little stove and a microwave, and you can like cook and stuff. So the real reason I like it here is because I want to be able to do laundry and not have to go to a laundromat, right? So you get free laundry while you're here. They have all these brand. This place is only a few months, like half a year old. Oh my God, Mr. Pringle, you see this?
That means the food is done. Yeah.
And then comes up Craig, Ice River's on fire, go, go, go.
Oh yeah. Good times, guys. Good times. So I'm getting back in shape. I'm dedicated. I am dedicated to it. I'm getting back in shape. I'm eating clean and it sucks. Hate eating clean. Why can't I just eat chicken nuggets? Some barbecue sauce.
Just do some burpees to offset it. It'll be all right.
Hell no. I'll go for a walk. Guys, your advice, is it worth to get a 4070 Ti Super or a 4080 Super for my Ryzen 7900 system to get into salad mining? I have like 18 to 20 cent power rate.
I would not put this on a personal computer that you will have your credit cards on for like Steam and like other things like that. Number one, and then number two, I would go, if you're making a salad rig, I would stick with a 4060 Ti.
You cooking tomorrow? No, I'm not cooking. One of my salad rigs, I have 2 GPUs. They both hit 100%. I thought it didn't support more than one yet.
They don't,
okay, so hold on, wait a minute. When you go to performance, CJ, does it show 2 GPUs? That'd be interesting.
I don't think it shouldn't support 2 GPUs unless he has the crypto mining on, which I'm curious if he does. I disable crypto mining and bandwidth sharing. What I did a
it
video.
Shows 2 GPUs in the dashboard. Now I got it. See, now I got it. Now I gotta do it now. Thanks. Now I gotta go in there.
No. Hey, read what Brandon said.
It'll use both, but only
use them both. It only pays for one. See.
Interesting.
Brandon the Wise here.
Brandon the Broken. Okay. Got it. Speaking of Game of Thrones, did anybody watch House of the Dragon? Anybody? Great episode.
Get into that.
Traditional Game of Thrones. Amazing. First episode, season 2 was on fire. Literally. It was awesome. just like the first season of Game of Thrones was kind of slow and you had to like get into it. Second season picks up 100%. It's just fire and blood everywhere. It's just crazy. Oh yeah, look at that. It does show both. But yeah, you're only getting pegged for one though. You have bandwidth sharing enabled. Did you disable crypto mining though, CJ? Thoughts on changing the blood and cheese scene? Blood and cheese? What scene was that? Blood and cheese. What scene was that, Mike? What are you talking about? It's probably going right over my head and I watched it. Blood and cheese. What are you talking about? Big Bolt Mining says, don't you say shit. Oh, no, it's just good. It's a good episode. I'm not going to say anything. It's a scene that ended the episode. Did you read the book? I haven't read the Song of Ice and Fire. I'm just a show watcher. That was my nickname in college, says Burn. That was your name in band camp. Sounds like my prom night. That's disgusting, Vinny. I'll DM later, so don't spoil anything. I'll explain. Yeah, what? The last episode, the last scene in the episode. Oh man, I gotta go rewatch it. I want to go rewatch all of season 1. Just Google it, Hawk. Yeah, no, I'll talk to Mike later about it. Nicole says, with 4060 Ti 16 gig, 32 gig DDR5, fine. Is it worth upgrading to 64? The 64 gigs will give you the bigger containers. But then it is affected by the VRAM on the GPU too, isn't it not?
Yeah, I'm running 128 on my 4060 Ti's, but I'm running like V3 Xeon workstations with ECC memory. They don't know so far. There's not like a difference between DDR5 and DDR4. So, and once again, don't put this on a personal computer. I would opt for more memory, but I mean, if you're doing DDR5, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, I would turn off bandwidth sharing and I would turn off crypto mining, unless you guys have like a lot of like if you have like a gig up and a gig down, then bandwidth sharing probably going to be okay if you're not using your internet that often. But otherwise, it's going to eat up a lot of your stuff. You'll have problems streaming on the rest of the house. House of the Dragon X, Game of Thrones. And they're working on, did you know they're working on a sequel? You know, when Jon Snow at the end of season 8, where he was like marching, or he left Castle Black and was going to the wildlings. They're working on a sequel to that. I don't even know what's happening. Like, I can't wait, man. I waited a year between episodes of House of the Dragon. Oh man. Holy moly, is that a mosquito bite on your forehead, the Mining King?
No. It's an indentation I've had for a while.
Got right here, got cracked. Dad said, "That's it."
Yeah. No, a piece of steel face, working at the galvanizing plant.
Damn, it fell on your head?
That's fell insane. On my head. It hit me in the head.
Ooh, that sucks.
Oh. It's because I didn't like to wear my hard hat though, so it's my fault. So it's okay.
Right. So. All right. Well, I think that's it, right, King? Do we have anything else? You got anything you want to say? Hair looks great, man, by the way. Can't wait for that mullet to grow in. Guys, it's been a great episode of Terrahash Tuesday on the Mining Kings channel. Next week, we're going to live stream directly from Mining Disrupt. I'm going to do it from the booth with King. So it's going to be fun. So make sure you tune into that. I'm going to do some random live streams and shorts and videos from Mining Disrupt. A lot of great content creators are going to be there. Tech Hustler, Hobbyist going to be there. King and I will be there. A lot of great people are going to be there doing videos, so make sure you guys stay tuned to it. There's supposed to be a lot of great stuff coming at Mining Disrupt. So we'll see you guys next week on my channel. Go subscribe to Mining King and my channel, and I'll see you guys literally next Tuesday.